one gold trophy. Join us as we bring the passion, skill, and intensity of the AFCON 2024 to life right in your living room. Catch all the AFCON games live, exclusively on TVC, UHF 49, Star Times 121, GoTV 16, and Play TV 801.
And the first half is done. Nigeria won, Cameroon nil. A lot of smiles here. Nike, of course, came in halftime. I'm sure she's going to give a hat trick. Great to have you, Nike Ajagun. You're welcome.
It's always a pleasure. I mean, when you get to see the Super Eagles play, of course, the way Nigerians come all together to make sure that there is so much vibes going on, of course. So it's always interesting. Online, offline, Nigerians, we always show up. That's why they call us the GOAT. So
all right.
It's a pleasure being here.
Sam, you predicted that there was going to be a goal, right? Yeah. Myself and Mark said it was going to be goalless. You're smiling now. Nigeria had one goal. We had one goal disqualified by VAR. But then, look at the match so far. Is this our best half of AFCON so far?
Undoubtedly. And then you can look at the three, everybody on the pitch today. From the goalkeeper to the attackers, there is a difference in their times of play. Everyone is doing their job properly. I was just looking at the stats now. Nigeria has had 3 shots in this half, and there were 3 of those shots were on target. Compared to what we had in the match against Guinea-Bissau, we had only 1 shot on target. The match against Ivory Coast, we had only 1 shot on target. So in the halftime, our first half of this game alone, we've had more shots than we had in 180 minutes combined football. So that shows that there's been improvement. Everybody has done their job so well.
Is not scoring, but we can see how important he is to this team. His hold-up play is something else. What do you think? Even if he doesn't score a goal and we can go as far as winning this tournament, it's a good one. I mean, Giroud did it with France.
Yeah,
Victor Osimhen will do it this time. What do you think about him, Victor Osimhen, so far in this first half?
I kind of just feel like there is so much pressure on Victor Osimhen, and it's quite understandable when you're under a coach like Jose Peseiro, who doesn't really get it very well with his formation all of the time. But like you made mention of, France did it with Giroud, but it was more like a crucial moment for Giroud in literally all of the games that France played. And I kind of feel like Osimhen is not even doing up to that. And for me, he's had an underwhelming performance at the AFCON. You're the African best player. You've only had a goal. That's an underwhelming performance. And you need to just say, he hasn't been his best. He's not showing us his best. He's not even giving us reason to understand that he's the African best player. Because for me, I think I'll give him a D. I'm grading him a D.
Okay, so when we look at these 45 minutes of play,
okay, let's forget the whole tournament.
Just this 45 minutes of play of his, I think he has done well.
Now, to be fair, I think he's been quite decent, not done well.
Okay.
Osimhen has been quite decent.
Because you see, I understand where she might be coming from. As an attacker, you are judged by goals.
Yes.
I mean,
it is what it is.
I don't care if you score with your head. Just get me the goals. And he's not doing that.
Now let's talk about Eagles' defense. Have we stood strong enough against these Cameroonians?
Exactly, and then so much kudos to William Troost-Ekong is the art of that defense. We can see that difference when he didn't play against Guinea-Bissau. Even though Kenneth Omero came in, there was just that disconnect. But now he's back into the team. He's able to coordinate with Shemi Ajayi and Kevin Bassey up beside him, being able to calm the storm. And I can give kudos to single player on the pitch today. Because I was just talking while watching the game, talking about Alex Iwobi, who has been almost jittery and a suspect in all the games prior to this one. But today, he's been very quiet. He's been better. He's been better. So it's a side that is good.
Nigerian defense, along with Morocco and Senegal, we've conceded only 1 goal each. But then I think Nigeria has the lowest XG against. That means that we are the least expected team to score against in this AFCON. Now, something I know, goals wins you matches, but defenses win you trophies or tournaments and all of that.
I absolutely agree with what you said. So you take a look at the defense, like Sam had already mentioned. Shemi Ajayi, who plays as a centre back, he plays as a defensive midfielder. I think for me, he's been decent in this tournament. Then you take a look at Olaino, he's been our best player. I mean, the guy has been so fantastic. He's putting all of his power into playing the football. So I think for me, it's been really amazing. Troost-Ekong too has always been showing up. So a look at the defense of the Super Eagles, I think they can really go far in this competition. You concede less, then Nwabali looks good in front of the goal. Until a shot gets
How is our midfield looking?
Decent. Decent in the fact that you're losing one of the probably the best defensive midfielder in all of Africa. Talking about Wilfred Ndidi. I'm just saying.
Which Africa?
Probably. Yeah.
It's not PS2.
It's probably
It's
probably the best DM in all of Africa.
No, we cannot say so.
It's probably the best DM.
Where does Anguissa play?
What I'm saying,
he's a championship player. No. Africa. Africa.
Now, when you talk about Wilfred and Didi like that, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Okay, so but Frank Oyeka is coming, and decent. So far, he's been doing his job. He's not been at the best, but he's been doing his job at trying to clear up the defense, and it goes well the fact that we are playing 3 center backs, so which makes the work of a DM more easier, especially when your wing backs are always people that can always quickly track back. In Ola, and Zaidu Sanusi,
who covers up.
It's like a side that we've been doing well in the midfield, but not many passes has gone through the center, but through the wings with Ademola Lookman and Moses Simon. We have been creating chances that we can create more.
I'm surprised that we have fouled the Cameroonians more than they fouled us.
So it's quite surprising because you take a look at the way the Cameroonians play their football, a little bit of aggression here and there, but surprisingly, the Super Eagles players have been quite aggressive, and it is understandable. I mean, there is a whole lot of pressure. Look at the people who came out to watch the game. So if you do not deliver online, they are not going to log into their social media account. So it's understandable.
So, I mean, with physicality, we've matched them.
Yes.
Because that is one place that Cameroon has always been better than us. Like I said, I have a grouse, and the reason why this one will be Rigobert Song, I'll never forget that celebration after that penalty. 2000. But that day is one day that is marked
at the National Stadium in Lagos.
We will not forgive Victor Ekpeba. That's one. Let us leave Ekpeba there. But Rigobert Song, he has to lose today because of what that goal that he scored. But then, I would say that Cameroon has not really given us a reason to be scared.
No, not at all in this match. They haven't done anything that is giving us. But then for Nigeria is the fact that when you've created some chances like this, especially when your chances all kudos to Fabrice Ondua, who has been doing well.
I wanted to mention even this
as a goalkeeper. Yes,
Jude has been.
And then for Nigeria, what you need to do is the same way they started the first half, scoring that kind of goal that Shemi got in. And okay, let me just permit me to say this. A lot of people are arguing about whether it's a goal or it's not a goal. It's actually an offside. It's the rule of football. When there is a player behind the goalkeeper, the player in Côte stands as the goalkeeper. So in that sense, you are offside if you are behind the goalkeeper.
So to make it an onside, you have to have a goalkeeper and a player. So it makes it 2, then you are onside. But once it's a player, it's an offside.
So it's not Ojoro.
No, not at all.
I hope saying I get that one. It was clearly not a goal. It was not Ojoro because there is a football rule that, like you put it down clearly for us, that the goalkeeper has to be behind. There has to be a player in between the goalkeeper and all that. But this goal now, Ademola Lookman, forget that this theater. Shouldn't have done better with their attempt.
So most definitely. When you see someone who plays like this, I mean, someone that Nigerians have always loved, just get that. Even not because of the error from the goalkeeper, that one would have gone out, and it shouldn't even come back to this.
Okay, Osimhen did this now. Look at. You know, Osimhen could have gone for this, but he gave you. There was the whole post, just a chip. He could have lost his t-shirt.
Honestly, I can't even explain what was going through his head at that moment.
Maybe I want to believe that Ademola was not expecting Osimhen to pass because for any striker,
forget this match, Osimhen has been the best player so far. No, look at me now. Look at now.
I disagree.
They couldn't get that ball off him.
Ola for me has been the best player.
Okay, see. Wait. Would you rather have Osimhen as the highest goal scorer or Nigeria winning the trophy?
Definitely.
Nigeria winning the trophy.
Even Osimhen himself will pick that over being a top goal scorer.
I feel like any player is going to pick that over.
And if we should win that trophy, I tell you, with the way people pick man of the matches these days, you know it's a popular contest. Osimhen has picked a man of the match when there was there was a Calvin Bassey, there was an Hassan Yusuf. He picked man of the match.
And then even in the next game, Moses Simon also picked a man of the match.
I was surprised about that.
So I'm saying that if we go ahead to win this tournament, Osimhen might just become the best player. But my point is that I love what he's doing there. You need about 1 or 2 men to attack him. He's drawing them off, and you see that's just a clear example. The pressure, everybody, the eyes are on him, and then he gave Lookman that chance. Lookman was free. Give us a simple goal.
So Mike, what you just said now was something I was discussing with some colleagues, that if you know you really want to get this game very well, have Osimhen, have Lookman. Then you have Ola Aina, who does the job, who just get the passes across, and we know he can pretty dribble very well. So now, more attention on Osimhen leaves no attention on Lookman. So you just get the ball, and I think Pesero listened to us, and that's exactly why Nigeria.
I think it was the second game or the first game that we were talking about these 3 attackers, especially then when we were having Moses Simon and Ademola Lookman, both of them just hugging onto their wings. what we've seen in this is that there's been that difference. They've been coming into the middle. So not just staying right there on the side, come in, especially when you've lost the ball. How many times have we seen Osimhen run back into the middle of the park? But then there's a Moses Simon, there's Ademola Lookman trying to choke that middle. So it makes it easier, unlike when it's all about Osimhen right at the center. So I'm expecting that to continue. But then immediately the second half starts. I'm also expecting that there should be, if there's no second goal by the 60th minute,
there's a problem. What should Pesero do in the second half?
I feel like what Pesero should do in the second half is to tell the guys to keep defending, but at the same time, the Cameroonians cannot actually.
Pesero said something before this match.
Yeah.
He said, "I want to defend and score one goal."
And
those were his exact words.
That.
We don't want to do that. What I said, we don't want to do that because we saw Cameroon against Gambia. How they came back, a match that ended goalless. Ended up producing 5 goals. So and it's that kind of a thing. And it's Cameroon against Nigeria. It's a grass match. It's the match that the world will be looking. I can imagine what Guinea-Bissau will be telling those boys right now.
has probably gone into that dressing room.
Yeah, like yes.
And also, it becomes a whole lot of problem once chance. And Nwabali is at the front goal, which personally I'm still not yet convinced that he's a very good goalkeeper.
No, he's a good goalkeeper.
I am not yet convinced.
Okay, I don't want to use good. I don't want to use very. But it's just a better goalkeeper against Ivory Coast.
So far in 3.5 matches, and he came strong. And he has that thing that there's this. Something Uzoho lacks is that confidence. We know that. Uzoho is not a bad keeper per se. There are times when we've had to hail Uzoho, but something happened and confidence, and I think that was because of maybe not being first choice, even in Cyprus.
Now, I also kind of feel like what led to Uzoho's downfall happens to be the fact that Nigerians just stopped liking him, and there was so much pride, and him having to come to make a statement that Oyibo man signed me, and it brings up the question: Oyibo man signed you, but we know a couple of other goalkeepers in the MPFL who can do a better job than you. You are not even confident. So I kind of feel like Nigerians were also part of Uzoho
getting pressured. They are doing their job, man. They are being paid thousands of pounds, some over 100,000 pounds weekly. So you don't tell me you are under pressure to do your job.
Okay.
Will we see Iheanacho in this AFCON?
Iheanacho coming into the second half. I think that's really
except
there's
a change in formation. But with this kind of formation, I don't think it fits in because you're playing a 3-4-3. Iheanacho will play as your number 8, but we don't have a number 8 in this tournament. I mean, in this formation, we play a 3-4-3 of wingers. And Kelechi doesn't play from the wings any longer. It's more like a number 8 with a striker. Except there's a change which definitely can happen during the game. If you feel okay, things are happening, you can always switch play. And that's when we should have a Kelechi coming in, or even a Terry Murphy. I don't expect Osimhen to finish this game. I want to see Onuachu or Terry Murphy.
Or Terry Murphy. Okay, the match is about to start. Predictions. Let's run up. What do you guys think is going to happen in the second half?
I'm not going to give a scoreline prediction.
What do you think
Nigeria will progress into the quarterfinal.
What do you think? Is there going to be another goal?
It's not being. This is not just being patriotic as citizen. It looks that way because they're playing very well and they're in a good mood, so they should be able to progress to the quarters.
Okay, this is my prediction.
Angola is waiting.
If we sleep, Cameroon will pick up. And I think that they will come out stronger the second half. They have nothing to lose.
Yes.
I mean, Vincent Abubakar is still on the bench.
Still on the bench.
And you
they will come up in the
cannot
second half.
that man.
Yeah.
You
all right.
can't.
Okay, thank you so very much, guys. Let's just take our own time out now. We'll come back after the full time and hopefully we'll be smiling as we're smiling now.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for our halftime analysis. We'll take this time out now. Come back at full time. Hopefully we'll be smiling. See you at full time.
Ready for the ultimate football spectacle as the Elephants of Ivory Coast play host to Africa's finest. Brace yourself for the thrilling clash of the Titans featuring the Pharaohs of